Welcome everyone to today's session. Today we'll be talking about mentoring. What is mentoring? Why mentoring is important and how it can help an organization. So we'll be discussing all these things today. So let's start today's session. Let's keep it interactive because obviously I want inputs and I want interaction from you all so that learning increases. So yes, like I said, today's topic is mentoring employees for growth. We'll be talking about what is mentoring, qualities of mentors and mentees, roles and responsibilities of mentors and mentees, and how setting up an mentoring sessions or setting up mentoring program for the employees can benefit the organization. So before we actually start the session, I would like to get some introductions from some people in this format. Name, strength, and hobby. Your name, one or two strengths of yours, and one hobby. Anyone who is willing to talk, they can unmute and talk. If someone is willing to write in chat box, you can do that also. I want a few introductions. Name, strength, and hobby. Anyone wants to start?
Good afternoon. My name is Maisiya Bandi. I am working in escorts tractors.
Yes.
My strengths, I feel I'm open to learn, and I'm a smart learner. And my hobbies are listening to music and playing cricket.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to speak next? You can even type in chat box, that also will be fine. Name one or two strengths and hobby. Okay, so we have a group of 39 people and only one person volunteered to speak. Anyway, okay, so anyone else wants to speak, you can raise your hand and unmute and talk, or you can type in chat. Jaikumar, you want to talk something or you have unmuted yourself? Okay, all right, no problem. Okay, so
Hello.
we'll move. Yes.
I'm Prabhugoda Patil.
Yes.
Into the training and development team, senior trainer. So my strengths are like communication skill and interpersonal skills. And hobbies are same like surfing and listening to music.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. We have received one response in chat box also. Vinod Kumar is writing, good listener and patient. Yes. And hobbies are listening to music. Thank you so much for your responses. Anyone else wants to? Yes, Deepak, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon. My name is Deepak Patil.
Yes, Deepak.
Yes, ma'am. Can I hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you clearly. Go ahead. You can talk, Deepak. We are able to hear you.
Yes. Yes, my strength is
Are you saying something, Deepak? Not sure. Okay, so we have received one response in chat. Sudeep, self-motivated. Yes, meditation is a hobby. He's saying Hitesh, strength, API, manufacturing and process development, hobbies, playing volleyball. Okay. My voice is not clear, Harjeet, or Deepak's voice? Hope I am audible.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, madam, you are very
Okay.
much audible.
Okay, thank you so much. Deepak, you can continue if you want to talk. Okay, all right, okay, all right. So now one question to everyone. If I tell you to think about some person whom you can call your mentor, can you do that? Can you think of someone?
Yes, yes.
Right. Next question would be, why do you want to call that person a mentor? Why is the person important? And what are the qualities because of which you want to call that person a mentor, or you feel that that person has mentored you? So the forum is again open for answers from you all. If you want to share any experience with some specific person, some teacher, or some colleague, or some college professor, whom you call your mentor, and what qualities of them you like.
Yes, I remember, my previous boss, Mr. Sundar Rajan, when I was working in Rane Engine Walls in 2005 to 2011. I remember, the qualities that he had was, communicating clearly what is required or what is not required, and supporting wherever I struck, and educating me in terms of, total quality management, and guiding me, how to adapt the TQM practices, across the plant. So that's how I remember him. He was a mentor or a coach or a teacher, I would say. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much, Maisa. I hope I've pronounced your name correctly.
You can call Bundy for
Okay,
easy.
Bundy,
Thank
I'll
you.
call you Bundy. Yeah, that's easy. Yes, thank you. Yes. Anyone else wants to share? Do you think there is some person in your life who you can call your mentor, or was your mentor for some time, and the qualities you admire in them? Okay. You can even write in chat box if you don't want to talk, and you can put it talk. So I'll share my experience. I had a professor during my engineering, and he taught us how to live life fully. He taught us how to stay confident, how to motivate yourself. He taught us how to uh, take feedbacks. So I have, I've graduated many years back, but I'm still in his contact. I surely don't know whether I remember what he taught exactly, the subjects he taught. But I can remember how he made us feel. I can remember how he encouraged us, how he took care of us, how he taught us a lot of things about life. Yes, Virat Kohli. Yes, positive attitude. Yes, totally. Now, mentor and role model. These are two different things. Role model is someone who we, admire, and who has no direct impact on us. So that person can be called a role model, like Virat Kohli. Someone will say Soni, or APJ Abdul Kalam, Swami Vivekanand. Kiran Bedi is someone whom I follow and I admire. But there is a difference between a role model and a mentor. A mentor is someone who has been in direct contact with you, who has interacted with you. So today we are talking about someone who is a mentor, not a role model. So anyone else wants to add anything? Anyone wants to share their experience? Okay. So like Bandi said and like I shared, a mentor is someone who will help you through your life journey. He'll help you to understand how to communicate with people. He'll help you develop your interpersonal skills. He'll help you develop your emotional intelligence, how you react and respond to situations and events. All these things are done by a mentor. So what are the qualities that I will need if I want to mentor someone? Or what are the qualities that I will search for in my employees if I want them to mentor someone? So that we will discuss now. Obviously, listening skills. A mentee will obviously go to a mentor to share his or her frustration, to share the bad experiences, good experiences, some small events, anything. So a mentor should be a good listener. When you say a good listener, there are a lot of layers to listening. You should your body language that way. Request everyone to please keep yourself on mute. Your body language should be such that you show interest in what the person is saying. Eye contact is something that is needed. Then showing empathy, showing that you understand what the person wants to say. All these things come under listening skills. A mentor should be a non-judgmental person. A mentor, when a mentee says something or shares something, the mentor should not say, "Oh, this is wrong," or "This is not what you're supposed to do," or this is not the way things are done. So judgment should not be there. A mentor should be a person who follows core values of the company. If you want someone to guide new employees or young generation of your company, that mentor should be well versed with core values of your company. Proved excellence. Excellence not just in terms of technical knowledge or something. Excellence in terms of interpersonal skills. Excellence in terms of leadership skills. Excellence in terms of managing teams. Excellence in terms of managing resources. Excellence in terms of resolving conflict. So if a person has proven all these kind of expertise and all this kind of qualities, then that person is fit to be called a mentor, or that person is fit to mentor others. Obviously, an open-minded person is needed, because when you deal with people of different generations, you should be able to understand their viewpoints. You should be able to judge or gauge their situations, their upbringing, their thought processes. So an open-minded person is obviously needed. And obviously a mentor should be ready to share with whole of his heart. So a person who doesn't like to, or who a person who wishes to or tries to keep secrets cannot be a good mentor. So when we talk about qualities of mentor, trust building is something that is a mentor should be able to do with his mentee. active listening, obviously. Then what type of questions the mentor should ask his mentee so that the relationship, the mentor-mentee relationship strengthens and mentee gets clarity about his life journey or about his journey in the company. So these are the basic qualities. I mean, obviously a good human being, humble and down-to-earth person, very soft-spoken and having good leadership qualities, all these things. Anyone wants to add anything to these qualities, or anyone wants to share experience again of some mentor, or if they have mentored someone, or if they were mentored by someone and what qualities they think mattered for them?
One more quality I would like to add is demonstrate by action. Sometimes, you will keep speaking, keep telling good things, bad things, it becomes a routine, only a, what is it, speaking and hearing. It's not a listening, nahi hota. So I would say demonstrate by action would be a good quality of a mentor, so that the trust would become, build. A good trust will build. Thank you.
Very good. Very important point you have given. Like I said, a person who wants to be a mentor, or whom a company or HR is choosing as a mentor, should have proved his excellence in terms of interpersonal skills, leadership skills, all these things. So if they say walk the talk, if a person who is known for his short temper preaches to his mentee that you should keep it cool and you should not, get angry on small things, it is not going to be effective, because that mentor is not demonstrating the behavior himself. So that will be just a teaching, or that will be some bookish knowledge, or that will be, just for the sake of completing the mentoring program or something. Or HR में जैसे we say tick mark, yes, mentoring program has started. So this is very important. The mentor should be, demonstrating the qualities that they talk about. This is very, very, very important. Emotional intelligence, empathy. Okay, no judgment means when I am a mentee, I want my mentor to understand me fully without any judgment. No judgment doesn't mean that you will not say or you will not call something wrong. I mean, if something wrong has happened, you will obviously say that this is wrong, but you're not judging the person. You won't label the person. You are a bad person, or you are a fool because you made a mistake. No. The non-judgmental approach is to accept the person, you accept the mentee as he or she is, and you try to show them the right path. Yes, transparency. Yes, transparency. Right. Commitment to growth is very important. A person who is stagnant, who doesn't learn, who doesn't read, who doesn't keep up with current affairs, who doesn't, understand or know what is going on around, that person is not fit to be called a mentor. A mentor should be up to date. He should be interested, or he should be at least aware of what is going on around, what are the current topics, what is it that the current generation or young generation likes. If a person of the age of 55 is given a mentee who is a fresh graduate trainee, maybe of 24 to 25 age, that person should be aware of what a person, or how a person of the age of 24 or 25 thinks. If the mentor treats that trainee as his own son or daughter or child, and tries to what you say dominate, or tries to show them everything. I mean, what do you call it? Control. That is not going to happen, or that is not going to benefit. So if I'm mentoring a person from a younger generation, I should be able to think like them. I should know what they think. I should know what is their vibe currently. I should know what things they like. Then and then only I'll be able to build rapport with that person. Right. So, for example, I am into training. I train people from corporates. I train people who are graduate trainees. I train students, college students. But when I'm talking to a college student, I won't give an example of, example from my married life, because the student cannot relate to it. And if I give an example of what you say, girlfriend or boyfriend kind of thing to a person who is 40 plus, yeah, we may relate to it, but there are less chances. So when you are talking to someone who is of a specific age or a specific type of upbringing, my interaction, my tone, my choice of words should be such that that person understands the connection, or that person feels the connection. Anyone wants to add anything here? You're open to talk, you're open to unmute yourself and say whatever comes to your mind. There is nothing right or wrong, or there is nothing that I have some superior knowledge because of which I'm taking a training. It's not like that. We can keep it in a discussion mode. If anyone wants to say anything, you're free to say. All right. So now, what are the qualities of mentee that we search for? A mentee should be ready to learn, ready to adapt, ready to explore new things, ready to push his or her limits, ready to get out of the comfort zone. Then and then only the mentorship program can succeed. It's not just about the qualities of mentor. Even if you have an ideal person as a mentor and the mentee is least interested in self-development or doing something of that sort, the mentorship program won't succeed. So while choosing a mentee, there are a few things that should be assessed by the HR so that this mentorship program becomes a success. Mentee should be ready to learn. That person should be motivated, should have high ethics, should be honest, open to receive feedback, proactive. If mentor gives some assignment, that mentee should be ready to do it. That mentee should be ready to go out of the way to learn new things. If the mentor assigns some work, like, read this book, or go through this internet article on go through this article on internet or something, the mentee should be ready to do it. If mentor tells the mentee that, Acha, this is the article you just I came across this article and this is very beautiful, I liked it, I think you'll get some value through it, you should read it. And if the mentee reads 2 more articles on his own and gives feedback to the mentor, that kind of a person, that kind of a mentee is someone who will excel or who will benefit most from the mentorship program. So anyone else wants to add anything here or share any experience of someone whom they have mentored or something and it worked or it didn't work?
basically it's not just like a mentee or mentor, it's a both side. And mentee should always think about that this is for his development only, not for
Yes,
that the company or that the mentors.
yes, yes.
It should be his
The,
development area, and he always keen to learn new things. And what is this?
true,
That is there.
totally agree. Yes, thank you so much, Manoj. So the thing is, the mentee should value the time that the mentor is giving him. He should value the uh, platform that the company is giving him for his own growth. So when a HR person is designing a program of this type, a mentoring program, the expectations from the mentee should be made clear to them. It's not just that you're sitting with some senior over a cup of coffee and you're discussing random things. That is not going to work and that is not going to help. So while choosing mentees, like which understood the qualities of mentors, or like we discussed the qualities of mentors, there are a few qualities that need to be assessed of the mentees before selecting them. There are a few people who have a very limited attitude, who have a very limited focus, who have a very limited, mindset. These kind of people cannot be good mentees. Obviously, there will be ways to make it work. But while choosing mentees, the HR should assess whether this person is ready to grow. Yes, focusing on learning is important. Yes. So these are the qualities that we would say that are of a mentee that should be checked. Now we'll talk about roles and responsibilities of mentor. Nageshwar, you want to say something? You're unmuted. Okay, all right. So roles and responsibilities of a
Hello.
mentor. Yes, Nagesh. Who's that? Neeraj, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Yes.
not able to understand the meaning of mentee.
Mentee. Okay, mentee is someone who will receive the mentoring. There are two people. One is mentor, and the person who is being mentored is mentee.
Okay,
So,
okay.
right.
Yeah. Got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So, like
One
I
is
said,
like student, another one is like teacher.
yes,
It's a different
perfect.
word.
Student and teacher, yes.
Yes.
Mentor is, we can say it, mentor is a teacher and mentee is a student. But the approach here is not what
Yes,
the
approach
approach
is very
he,
different.
yes, approach is different. It's not the way teacher teach and students learn. This is real life learning, we would say. This is sharing real life experiences, and the learning goals are different here. Yes, so mentoring is not about just sitting together and chatting about random things. The mentor should be able to plan the sessions. The planning and preparation for the session is very important. Focusing on the goals. Who will decide the goals? Mentee and mentor together will decide the goals. Mentor will guide the mentee to choose goals because obviously mentor has more experience than mentee. So mentor will guide the mentee to choose goals for himself. Identify and monitor tasks. Like I said, read this book or read this article on internet or research about this. Or if some mentee says that I am not very good at public speaking. So the mentor can give him a task. When you have next meeting of your department, I want you to prepare something and speak there. So this will be a practice task for public speaking. Improving that skill. So these kind of tasks, the mentor should be able to assign. Resources, providing resources. There is a possibility that the mentee will not have a book. So mentor should say, Acha, mere paas, I have this book with me. I'll hand it over to you for a few days. You just go through the book. Or I'll provide you some access to some international, publications. Go through them, understand, and come back next time, or we'll discuss it next time. So providing resources to the mentee is also a responsibility of mentor. Now, planning a session means what is it that we are going to do today? One is the long-term goal, obviously, then short-term goal and today's goal. All these kind of goals should be defined during the session. Anyone wants to add anything here? Any other responsibilities that a mentor should have that come to your mind here? Okay, all right. So now we'll talk about roles and responsibilities of mentee. Discuss and determine goals. The mentee will be able to tell clearly or tell precisely what is it that he wants to work on. The mentee will be able to assess where he lacks and where he needs improvement. So depending on that, with guidance of mentor, the mentee should discuss and determine the goals of complete mentoring program. Goal may be weekly goal, maybe goal of the session. The mentee should be ready to perform the assigned tasks. Everyone is busy. Even the mentor is busy, mentee is busy, HR is busy, everyone is busy. But if someone is taking efforts for my development, it is the responsibility of the mentee to respect that and complete his or her tasks. Respecting schedule, this works for everyone, not just for mentee actually, because especially in India, we take others' time for granted. So this should not be case. This should not be the case. If one person of the two is not available because of any XYZ reason, the other person should be informed in advance so that other person's time is not wasted. So respecting schedule is a responsibility of a mentee more because obviously he's at a junior level. So respecting time of my senior or my mentor is the responsibility of the mentee. Many a times what happens is a mentee sits in front of the mentor talks about the things, mentee nods, yes, I'm understanding. And when some task is assigned, the mentee is clueless. And what he'll do is he'll wait for the next session to happen, and in the next session he'll go blank faced and say, I was not able to understand what you said last time, so I have not completed my task. So if the mentee is unclear about something in between somewhere, he should maybe ask his mentor, can I borrow 5 minutes of you? Can we talk on call? Is it possible for you to give me some clarity about this? Or I'm stuck at this place. I'm not able to understand what to do next. Can you help me here? Unless and until the mentee asks, obviously the mentor is not going to understand whether he is going to complete the task, whether he is understanding things, whether he has clarity about what is being discussed. So as a mentee, it will be my responsibility to clearly communicate to my mentor that I am not able to understand this, or I want a repeat session for this, or I want some guidance from you, or whatever. So these are the responsibilities of mentee. Now, this is a very popular model that is used in coaching and mentoring. This is called GROW model. How to plan mentoring sessions. This is where the part of HR as well as mentor comes. How to plan the sessions, how to plan the program, how to plan the complete mentoring program, how to plan each session. Planning the mentoring program will be the task of obviously HR, but planning each session will be the task of mentor. So GROW model talks about goal, reality, options, and wrap. Goal is, like I said earlier, there will be a long-term goal as in goal of the complete mentoring program. Then there can be a goal if the mentoring program is going to last for say, let's say 6 months. Then there can be a short-term goal for 3 months. There can be a short-term or even shorter goal for 1 month, and obviously daily goal. So if all these things are set, the direction in which the mentoring session is going, whether this direction is correct or not, this assessment will be easier for the HR as well as for the mentor. So setting goal for today's session will be the task that the mentor and mentee will combined do in every session. Obviously, the long-term goals and the 3 months goal and all, this will be discussed in first session. But for each session, the goal for today's session should be set. Reality. What do you mean by reality? Reality means where am I standing right now? What is it that I have right now? Self-assessment of my strengths, current strengths, self-assessment of my current position, self-assessment of my current knowledge. Like the example I gave, if some mentee is keen to develop his public speaking skills. So where am I right now in this case? Can I talk in front of 10 people? Can I talk on a topic that is, not pre-decided? Have I talked in front of 50 people earlier and failed? What is it that I feel when I'm asked to speak in front of a group of people? All this self-assessment, judging the reality, being aware about where am I right now. This helps in deciding the further direction. So first goal is decided. Maybe improving public speaking skills can be goal. Checking the reality is like the things I discussed now. Next thing is options. What are my options? What are the possibilities to be explored? What are the tasks that can be done? Like the mentor can tell the mentee, okay, this is the thing. You're going to, your department has a monthly meeting next week. I want you to make a presentation of what you have done in this month, and I want you to present it in front of me. This can be a task. This can be an option. So explore possibilities of what all things can be done in order to reach towards our goal. So these are the options. And next thing is wrap up. Wrap up is understanding what difficulties that person can face, understanding what exactly the person will do, offering the support if needed. So if the mentor has given the task, okay, you prepare one presentation to be presented in your department meeting. So next thing will be, what is it that you want from my side? The mentor will ask. What do you think will be your, difficulty or obstacle in doing this work? Then after identifying that, offering the support, offering the required support. So this kind of a grow model will help to structure each session, complete mentoring program as well as each session. Now here in, assessing all these things or understanding all these things will require the mentor to ask a lot of questions. For assessing the goal, the mentor will have to ask 10 questions so that the mentee gets clarity about what is it that he or she wants to work. When talking about reality, assessing the current state of the mentee, again, the mentor will have to ask right questions. What do you mean by right questions? There are a few questions like, what would you do if this happens? Or how did you feel when this happened? How did you feel when you stood on the stage for the first time? This will help in assessing the current reality or current status of the fear the mentee has for public speaking. What would you do if you freeze on the stage? Or what would you do if you freeze while giving the presentation? What would you do if you have prepared a presentation but your laptop won't work at the time of the presentation? So these kind of questions, powerful questions from mentor, will create more clarity for the mentee. Obviously, asking these questions will need training. The mentor should, just not the experience is not, just the experience is not the matter here. How well the mentor is in understanding the other person, how well the mentor can empathize with the mentee, how well how good communication skills the mentor has, all these things matter here. So if a mentor is able to ask good, powerful questions, the reality or the goal or the options, they will unfold in front of the mentee. He'll get more clarity about what is it that he wants, what is it that he has right now, and what is it that he wants to achieve, and how is it that he's going to achieve. So asking powerful questions to the mentee during the sessions to get clarity about all these things is very important. This is the responsibility, co-responsibility of mentor. So this was all about grow model. Now we will talk about what is it that I'm going to get as an organization, or what is it that I'm going to get as an HR head, or what is it that I'm going to get as a part of management. Obviously, it's not just about the company. The mentor will benefit, even though the mentor is just, like we said, teaching the mentee, but the mentor will also get a lot of things. What will the mentor get? The mentor will obviously get respect from his company. He'll feel more powerful. He'll feel more responsible. His leadership qualities will definitely be developed because he'll have to research, he'll have to work, he'll have to plan the sessions. So even the mentor will learn a lot of things. More involvement in the organizational development from mentor's side will be a plus for his own career also. And the interpersonal skills of the mentor will obviously enhance. What will the mentee get here? Obviously, professional growth of mentee, professional and personal growth of mentee. He'll feel included. He'll feel that this organization cares for me. This organization cares for my development. This organization cares for improving my skills. So your retention of the employee is a indirect benefit or secondary benefit that the company will get. The mentee will get to know himself or herself. Obviously, experience of a senior level person will definitely help the mentee. He'll be able to understand the organization structure more. He'll be able to understand the organization values more. He'll be able to understand how the management works, how the management functions. He'll be able to understand about the company culture. So these are some of the benefits that the mentor and mentee will get. For organization, it will be talent development. Instead of investing money in training, trainings are also effective. There's no doubt about it. But some person coming for a day and taking training for your employees for 6 or 8 hours or for 2 days, as compared to someone hand holding you for 6 months. So talent development at lower costs, maybe the training costs can be saved, and that some part of that cost obviously will have to be invested for these mentoring sessions. Employee retention, like I said, more employee satisfaction, more employee retention will be there. Improved workplace culture. Imagine a place where everyone is talking about personal growth and professional growth and career and values and interpersonal skills and how team building works. What are the qualities of leader? If such kind of discussions are going on in my company or in my organization, the culture there will improve. We as humans have the tendency of gossiping or sharing or complaining, all these things. So in place of that, if the people in my organization are discussing all the positive things, obviously the workplace culture will definitely be improved. It will be good. It will be a positive, healthy environment. Leadership development of senior people as well as the mentees. If a mentee is mentored by a senior person who has very excellent interpersonal skills, you are developing a leader in your organization. For your organization, it's not just about the development of that individual. It's about development of a leader in your company for your company. So that obviously is going to benefit the organization. So this is all about mentoring. Mentoring can be one-to-one. It can be group mentoring. It's not necessary that only one-to-one mentoring works. One mentor comes, you form a group of mentees, and you introduce them to some mentor or some senior person from your company every day, every time. I mean, once a person from management comes and mentors them, some other day some person from HR comes and mentors them, someday some person from finance department comes and mentors them. All this kind of group mentoring also works. One-to-one is obviously there. There is something called reverse mentoring. In reverse mentoring, a person from younger generation mentors people of senior generation. If obviously the younger generation is more tech savvy, they have a lot of knowledge related to computers and all these things. Just imagine if someone from my company who is a young 25, 26-year engineer, and he is teaching current trends to my senior workers, that also can be a mentorship program. And it is called reverse mentoring. Reverse in the sense younger generation teaching the seniors. So all this there are different kinds of mentoring programs. So depending on what is it that I want to achieve in my company, depending on how much time I want to spend, depending on what results I want in my company, all these things, after considering all these things, the mentorship program can be developed by HR or the organization or management. Yes, you will be getting a PDF of the presentation. We'll be sharing the PDFs on your registered email IDs on Monday, and you'll be getting the people who have attended the session live today, you'll be getting your certificates by Tuesday evening through your email. You'll also get the recording of the session. Okay, so here I come to the end of what I wanted to share. If anyone wants to share anything, anyone wants to ask any questions or share their experience or add anything to what I have said, you're welcome.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you just relate one case study example how it works, mentor and mentee with the HR? One small example.
Actually, mentor and mentee thing is not just for HR. What the role of the HR here is arrange plan for such mentorship programs, select a few people who can be mentors, select a few people who can be mentees, plan for the duration of the mentoring program. What is it that you want to achieve? If you want to develop leadership qualities of your, of your engineers who are 5-6 years, who have 5-6 years experience, if you want to solely focus on leadership qualities, then you have to pick mentors who have excellent leadership qualities and engage them one-to-one or in a group session. They'll share their experiences, they'll give some tasks, they'll, guide and share do's and don'ts, what is right, what is not right, all these things, obviously based on their own experiences. So this is how it works generally.
So it can apply
And
for technical also, right?
it can apply for technical also. Definitely it can apply for technical, but generally mentoring, when we talk about mentoring, it's more about mentoring for soft skills. But again, you cannot, there are no two different boxes. If this is the box of technical mentoring and this is the box of soft skill mentoring. No, it will be a mix. So if you're specifically, even if you're specifically mentoring, getting your mentees mentored for technical skills, they'll learn some soft skills. And even if you're solely focused on soft skills through your mentoring program, there will be a enhancement in their technical knowledge also.
Only one
But
thing
yes,
is keep in mind.
yes,
Only one thing keep in mind that know your boss or immediate senior will be mentee or mentor relationship, because the conflict
yes,
of so many things is there.
true,
So
true.
always
Thank
be
you, Manoj. I missed this
mentor is
point
better.
totally. Thank you for pointing this out. Yes. Immediate boss is not supposed, it is not ideal
Because
to assign.
yes,
Yes,
yes.
go ahead, Manoj, go ahead.
So it's always better that whenever the program is there, or you go for that program, you discuss with your HR and uh, try to make it more convenient for both mentee as well as mentor. If you are mentee, then you keep your cup open, or if you have some doubt or some knowledge, then you go there as per that you are only blank, nothing you have. Then
Yes,
you can take it more seriously or more knowledgeable.
yes.
Thank you.
Many a times what happens is, if you are mentoring your immediate colleague or your immediate, the person who is reporting to you, there are chances of getting biased.
Yes,
Your experience with that person as a superior influences your mentoring, and your mentoring experiences or the sharing that the mentee does as a mentee it can influence your outlook towards that person when you are his boss. So it is very difficult for a person. You cannot put a hat. Today I have put the hat of the boss, and I'm removing this hat and I'm putting the hat of the mentor. Today I am a subordinate. This is my hat of subordinate, and I have removed it and I have put the hat of mentee. This kind of thing cannot happen. So it's better if, like Manoj said, it is always advisable that mentor and mentee should not be immediate boss and subordinate. Yes. Thank you, Manoj, for pointing out this.
Ma'am, good evening. This is Vinod
Yes.
speaking. And
Yes.
as per your point of view, what may be the difference between well-wisher and mentor, or both are same as per your view?
Well-wisher is someone where that person gives you advices randomly. There is no structured format in which a well-wisher talks to you. Mentor and mentee is more structured way. Mentor and mentee thing is in a more structured way. You set a goal, you know what is it that you want out of this interaction. A well-wisher can just be a person who will be a guiding light for you, to whom obviously you can call that person a mentor. But right now, what we are talking about, the mentoring your employees, what is the duty of HR, or what is the benefit to the company. All these things, when we are talking about, this is more of a structured mentoring program.
Yeah, why I am asking this
we,
question,
yes,
as you mentioned exactly just before, some of the time or to my subordinates, if I act as a mentor, then they are taking some additional advantages while in our
definitely,
regular roles. That how to handle
definitely.
this situation? Can you give some ideas about it?
Definitely, we will be mentoring our subordinates. We will be mentoring our subordinates. The way you speak to your staff will teach them something. The way you speak to them will teach them something. The way you handle some critical situation in your company will teach them something. So you are in a way mentoring, but that is indirect mentoring. The purpose of you doing the task is not to mentor them. The purpose of you doing the task is you're doing your work. You're not doing it to mentor them. And when we are talking about a mentoring program, this is solely designed, the sole purpose of mentoring program is creating a mentor and mentee relationship and getting a few people mentored. So obviously, we mentor our children, we mentor our colleagues, we mentor our family members, we even mentor the people with whom we travel. We will be indirectly mentoring everyone. That is the obvious thing. But when we talk about a mentoring program to be conducted by HR or by an organization, it has to be in a more structured way. It has to have a start and end. It has to have a goal. So all these things are there. Right?
My question is little different, madam. What I'm asking,
Okay.
while we are going to act as a mentor or as a subordinate or as a HR point of view, if we
Right.
are taking as a well-wisher points, the people sometimes they are taking advantages from us. Especially some as a HR means I have to ensure the day-to-day that attendance, all those stuffs, and I wanted to be strict on our company rules and regulations, kind of things, right? That if you wanted to be a mentor, then some cases taking as advantages from us. How to handle this situation? I'm asking.
Advantage, like I am not able to fully understand your question actually.
Actually, if we act as a mentor, then they started discussing with so many their personal issues, all those stuffs,
That
right?
is why a structure is important. That is why it is important to discuss at the start of the session what is it that we are going to talk about. You are not a counselor. You are not a person who is going to provide solutions to them for their personal problems. If I want my communication skills to be improved and I'm approaching you for that, that is fine. But if I'm approaching you for, I don't know how to tell my father that I love some XYZ girl and I want to marry only her. You got it? So if that person is approaching you for that, it is not your lookout, to be frank.
Understood.
That is
Thank you.
why it is very important to start to understand this grow model. What is the goal of today's session? It's not about mentoring is not about two people sitting with coffee, like I said earlier, and talking random things. There should be a structure to each session. The sessions should start with a goal. The session should have proper follow, proper flow. There should be a format. All these things should be there. So if these things are in place, this kind of situations that I'm talking about, my personal problems, or I want some solution from you, this won't happen. Yes,
I
everyone
got the
who has
point.
attended. Yes,
Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
you, Vinod. So everyone who has attended the session live today will be getting certificates. You don't need to go for any assessment or so. You'll be receiving your certificates through email by Tuesday evening or so. I'm sharing one feedback link in chat box. Whoever
Hello.
wants to feedback, you can. Yes, just a minute, Deepak. I'm sharing feedback link in chat box. If you click on it, you'll be directed towards a Google form. My name is Prachi, so you'll have to choose my name there and you can write the feedback for the session. Yes, Deepak, you wanted to talk, right?
Actually, I want to share a small example because
Yes.
before this, I don't know the mentorship. I know mentorship, what is mentor, what is coach, but I cannot correlate with myself. Somebody is happen in my professional career as a mentor, but now after this session of 1 hour, I can correlate to this my past. I want to share that example. For example, when I joined Godrej, maybe I am an assistant manager or something like. There are many managers working under my quality head. He is a general manager. But the moment within the first 2-3 months, he realized that Deepak Yadav has a good public speaking skill. He has a good communication skill in many meetings I have attended compared to that managers working under him. So he realized that immediately he thought something that why should not we develop his that personal skill rather than professional everybody has some KRA target goal appraisal is there, but other than his personal development will happen and that will beneficial to him as well as organization. So other than these professional meetings and day to day professional discussions in the meeting giving the task, of the way he is discussing with me that you have good communication skill, you have teaching ability, can you give some trainings along with me? I feel that it will be a good chance for an approach for you, a good opportunity for you. That time in one of the supplier meet, he has given me opportunity of giving training of just a 15-minute slot on one topic I have prepared, and I have given a very good training. After that, lot of people have given good feedback. Then he immediately started thinking one roadmap. He discussed with HR and he involved me on behalf of quality in that training sessions, as a one of the quality person representative in your training and development department. And after that, you cannot believe, almost I have taken a 25 to 50 trainings and almost 200 workers I have given training, and it becomes like my one of the topmost skill in Godrej. Almost for 1 year I am giving only trainings whatever HR has planned on behalf of quality, and whatever topics they are giving me I am preparing presentation, making and giving presents. So that is the some way it is other than my skill, other than inspection activity, handling customer complaint, NC, all these stuffs are there, and it is nothing to do with appraisal. I am doing this, it is another thing, and it is definitely it will get influence in your appraisal process. Back in the mind always boss thinks that he has done some efforts, he will give you some bonus point. but it is not affecting to my professional appraisal. That KRAs are different. So one of my boss itself is a mentor, and how he developed जो बोलते हैं ना जामवंत को हनुमान जी में जो जामवंत हनुमान जी के अंदर जो उड़ने का स्किल था, वो जामवंत ने ही उसको रियलाइज किया कि अरे आपको मालूम नहीं आप उड़ भी सकते, और उसके बाद वो उड़ गया। तो ये कोई तो जामवंत अपने लाइफ में एज अ मेंटर मिलना चाहिए कि जो हनुमान के अंदर जो हिडन स्किल है, पोटेंशियल है, वो अप्रेज करना चाहिए, और वो विन विन सिचुएशन होना चाहिए। It is a personal development, not a professional development, but it should be win-win. That person should get also benefit, and organization should get benefit. That I want to correlate from today's your this topic, and topic is very enriching and very lightful, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepak, for sharing this wonderful experience. We just cannot imagine just one single gesture of us can make a lot of difference to someone in our life. If you're being appreciated, if you're being guided, if you're being trained, every one of us has lot of potential, lot of capabilities, but when we get a right mentor, this is what happens. Now, when we are talking about, getting mentored the way Deepak has shared, this is not a structured mentoring, but people have over years seen that this kind of mentoring works wonders for their companies, for their employees. And that is why this structured mentoring kind of things is happening. It has started happening now. Some boss guiding some subordinate and understanding his abilities and giving him right direction. If this can make such a huge difference, like Deepak just now narrated the story, imagine what will happen if we have a structured development program or structured mentoring program where each person will be mentored by someone, where each young generation person or a newcomer or a graduate trainee or a person of 5 years, 10 years experience will be mentored by some senior person. Imagine the culture of the company, or imagine the growth of the company in that case. So thank you very much, Deepak, for sharing this. Anyone else wants to add anything? And like Deepak said, we have a lot of mentor-mentee relationships and stories from Indian mythology. Jamant and Hanuman. Yes. Arjun and Dronacharya. Arjun and Krishna. These are mentor-mentee stories. Yes. So I've shared a few. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, Michael, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, good day. Good day. Thanks for the presentation. I just wanted to share my experience and also of mentoring, because I've been a senior leader in the industry for many years. And just to add that, as you say, it's important for mentorship programs to have the structure where the roles are clearly defined. Because if you agree, it's like an agreement between you and the mentee. Because most of at the beginning, when I had a large company, running a large company, most mentees thought that the mentors were there to facilitate their progress within the company. But again, it's just you have to stick to the agreement agreed with HR, what defines what the mentor does, what the mentee does, and things that are not part of the program, so that we are all clear about expectations. And again, in terms of benefits, although we always generally look at the benefits from the company point of view, there's a lot of benefits to the mentors themselves, because when I'm mentoring people, I'm forced again to read about the company, to find out. They ask you questions, and you are forced to do research. So apart from the company benefiting, you as a mentor, you benefit because you are up to date with developments in industry, and also it's more satisfying emotionally that you're helping to develop people. I just wanted to add that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Good points raised here. it's not just about benefit of company, or a mentor is not a person who is complete and he's giving something to his subordinate or the mentee. The mentor will also gain a lot of things. Job satisfaction is something that a mentor will get. A person who has worked in a technical field for 20 years, if he is assigned one person and if you're told that you have to nurture this fellow, you have to shape this young mind, and if you feel that you are be able to do that, if you're successful in doing that, the job satisfaction level inside your heart, it increases, obviously. Your commitment towards the company even improves or increases. Thank you so much for sharing this.